Hi all, thanks for joining me today. Candace Gillespie here from Candace'sCanvases.com. This is Fun Friday. I'm going to show you a box that I mostly cased from a Stampin' Up! YouTube tutorial. Now, in case you were wondering what CASE means, it's an acronym for Copy and Share Everything, C-A-S-E. So just give you the credit where credit's due. So let's do this. So I die cut the second from the largest star out of our fun new holiday craft paper. I can't remember the name right now, but it's coming. Then I'm using my, I trimmed up this piece right here, measures 1.5 by 12. I have 2 of those, and you see I measured the arm of the star, and I'm going to score this piece whatever your measurement is, score that every time. So I'm just going to kind of speed through this, cut out the extra. Now I had to cut 2 pieces that were exactly the same, and I'm just going to quickly score the same score lines on this. Now the reason why I say mostly cased this project is because they made it just a closed box. You couldn't open it, but I wanted to be able to open mine. So a trick to doing that is making your measurement of the arm, make it a 1/16 of an inch smaller. And then I'll show you how to adhere it together so that it fits. Now, I also scored a 1/2 inch down on one side on each, the thinner and the thickest piece. The thicker piece measured 2.5 by 12, and I made 2 of those. Next, Under the Tree Specialty Designer Series paper, that's what this is. Next, I'm using my bone folder to crease all of my score lines. And measurements aren't very solid on here. You just measure, make sure you have whichever size you want to make. You can make a bunch of them and have them on display for Christmas if you wanted to. You just have to measure the length of that arm, and that's how you get your measurement. Now, this is an important piece to note, that I'm using my paper snips to cut angles out of all these areas. This is kind of a triangle. Now, I'm going to glue the 2 pieces together using my Tombow. And then when you count the edges of the star, you have 10, but you need 1 more extra panel so you can glue that panel to the other panel so that it makes a complete star shape. So once I glue it, you see me cutting some off. I'm going to just make sure I have 11 panels total. Now I'm going to start to glue this to my die cut star shape. Now this one I'm showing you with Tombow, and it's okay. It was a lot of fussing, but it was fine. So I just put some Tombow on a few pieces there, a few tabs, and then brought it up. Now the part that I'm making sure meets is that crease. Do you see the score line, how it is indented there, and it's following kind of the armpit, if you will, of the star? Just make sure those are lined up, and basically you'll have a great shaped star. Now along the way, just adhering Tombow. Now this is the last panel. I just wanted to show you. It put just some, not a ton of glue, but just enough, and you're going to match it up. There was a little bit of fussing with this, but I mean, not too much, because it was a fun project. So at the end, I thought to myself, that wasn't too bad for how fun this project turned out. So. Okay, now just making sure that's nice and sticky, and that's done. Now the thing with Tombow is that it is a wet glue, so you do have time to move it around if you need to, but what I realized is that it slipped in an area. I cut that out, but here I'm using Fast Fuse, which worked fabulously. You can use Sticky Strick, which would work even more fabulously. And I'm just running Fast Fuse. Now, when you stick Fast Fuse down, you have 0 chances to lift it back up, so it's pretty certain. Okay, once the fast fuse was on all the pieces, all the little tabs, I just brought in my second star and lined it up the same exact way. Now remember, this is the lid. You can see that it's shorter. And this is cut 1/16 of an inch. This was actually cut 1/8 of an inch, but I think to give it a better fit, 1/16 of an inch. It's usually what I give on all of my boxes for the lid, so that it fits snug enough, but not too loose, you know. Okay, so now you're just going on down the line and sticking it. The fast fuse made this really nice, and it went by really fast. Okay, so here I am finishing it up. So I'm just kind of stretching it so that I can get access that last panel, and I'm putting a few strips of fast fuse down that panel, and then I'm adjusting it so that I really want to cover that panel. I'm adjusting it so that the armpit of the star matches up with this piece here. Now you do have to manipulate the paper a bit, but don't be afraid to, because it's just paper. So making sure that sticks and pressing it down. And now I did this with the glued piece also. I brought in my bone folder and just reinforced that by burnishing it down. Now with the larger of actually it was the shorter pieces, I had some sticking out. And all I did was just took my paper snips and went along the edges and just trimmed that up. It was no problem at all. And then now our lid fits happily on top of our base. The fun thing is, I've kind of realized, is you can probably do this with almost any of the framelits. And I'm so excited about that, to dive in and try that. Okay, now that my box is done, I'm bringing in our brand new, in the holiday catalog, Cherry Cobbler 1-inch sheer linen thread. I'm a huge fan of linen thread, you know that already. Now this is thick Cherry Cobbler sheer linen thread, so that's cool. The interesting thing about boxes or stars is that they're not even, so there wasn't really a center I could tie this around. So I ended up tying it around 2 of the little points, which in the video here I'm tying it around the bottom 2, but I ended up moving that, and you'll see in the pictures that follow, I ended up moving this tied piece of ribbon to the top right 2 little arms there. Okay, once that's all tied, I'm grabbing my awesome craft scissors and just snipping right through that. And then, so I can get the same angle, I'm just kind of moving it over in the same direction that I snipped on the other angle. And there you have it, the fun star box. This, the part that wasn't cased was the lid part, but feel free to visit Stampin' Up's YouTube page or channel, and you can see the directions that I received. So anyway, hope you enjoyed. I hope you make tons of these. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for liking this video and for leaving a joyful comment. And also visit Candace'sCanvases.com, where you can shop Stampin' Up goodies, my handmade goodies, and also you can join my team. So let's craft together. Have a great weekend. Talk to you later. Bye.